To continue with a few more questions on permutations and combinations from the S1 exam, okay, of 2019. Question number 1. Mr. and Mrs. Keen and their 5 children will go to watch a football match together with their friends Mr. and Mrs. Uzama and their 2 children. Find the number of ways in which all 11 people can line up at this entrance in each of the following cases. Mr. Keen stands at one end of the line and Mr. Uzuma stands at the other line. Okay, you've got 11 people in all. So we'll put 11 dashes. Okay, Mr. Keen is supposed to stand at one end and Mr. Uzuma is supposed to stand at the other end. We don't know who's going to stand where. So, but we know that the first and the last place are occupied by these 2 people. Okay, so you've got 2 options for this one and 1 option for this one. For instance, Mr. Keen stands here, then obviously Mr. Uzuma will stand here. Okay, so here you've got 2 options, either Mr. Keen or Mr. Uzuma, but once one of them stand here, the other one will stand here. So there's just one possible person who can stand here at the last place. Okay, now they are saying that the rest of the people, apart from these 2, the others are standing in between. So if you look at this, there are 9 people in the center, so you're going to put 9 factorial here. So the answer for the first part is 2 into 9 factorial. The second part, it says the 5 Keen children all stand together and the Azuma children both stand together. Okay, now once again we're going to put 11 dashes. Okay, 5 Keen children will stand together, so you'll make a group of those 5 children and you make another group. You can make the group anywhere you want to. This is the group for the Uzuma children. Okay, apart from these, the parents are standing wherever they want to. Okay, they can be standing anywhere, so there's no restriction for the parents, but the children are supposed to be standing together of both the families. Okay, now if you start counting, and you'll have to count the children's group to be one whole unit here, so it's going to be 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 factorial. 6 factorial, and within the group here it will be 5 factorial, and within the second group also it will be 2 factorial. So this will be the answer for this part. You have to solve it and get the answer. The next part, the next question, it says find the number of ways a committee of 6 people can be chosen from 8 men and 4 women if there must be at least twice as many men as there are women on the committee. Okay, so you want to have 6 people out of these 12 people, and the restriction is that the number of men should be twice as compared to the women. Okay, if you take you need to have 6 people. Okay, so if you have 0 women, you can let 6 men go with them. No women and 6 men. Okay, it can be 1 woman, and obviously then in that case it will be 5 men. It can be 2 women and it can be 3 men. But if you notice, is there a possibility number of men should be twice as compared to the number of women? So this is not a possibility, because here the number of men is not twice the number of women. So you can just get rid of this. So you just have these 2 options, all 6 men and 0 women, or 1 woman and 5 men. Okay, so if you notice, there are women and men. Okay, so there are 4 women in all and 8 men. Okay, so 0 women meaning 4C0, and you want 6 men, so 8C6. Now if you want 1 woman to go, so you have to choose from 4 women, and 5 men meaning 8C5. This will give you the final answer. Find the number of ways a committee of 6 people can be chosen from 8 men and 4 women if 2 particular men refuse to be on the committee together. Okay, there are 2 men who can't be together. So, and you have to send how many? 6 people. Now, you may say that those two men are not going. Men 1 and men 2, both are not going. Okay, it can be men 1 going but men 2 not going. it can be men 1 not going but men 2 going. Apart from this, they can't both go together, so you have to be careful. M1 and M2 going is not possible. Now if these two men are not going, that means now you're left with 4 women and 6 men. That means out of those 10 people, you're supposed to choose 6 people. Okay, if you want M1 to go and men2 to not to go, now that means you are supposed to from these 6 men and 4 women, once again from these 10 people, you're supposed to choose 5 because 1 man is already chosen. Third case is once again the same thing. Out of 10 people, now once again you're supposed to choose 5 because 1 man is already M2 which is going. So when you calculate this, you will get the final answer for this question. Next question, it says how many different arrangements are there of the 9 letters in the word corridors? Okay, first of all we'll write it down. CORRIDORNS. When you write it down this way, a very clear-cut picture of how many letters are being repeated comes in front of you. So you're supposed to arrange these 9 letters of the word corridors. Okay, so you'll write 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial because of the 2 O's being repeated, and 3 factorial because of the 3 R's being repeated. Next part says how many different arrangements are there of the 9 letters in the word corridors, in which the first letter is D and the last letter is R or O. Okay, now I'm going to put the I'm going to create 2 conditions here. Okay, so they're saying the first letter is supposed to be D. The last letter can be either R or it can be O. Now when you take the first case, when the first letter is D, so obviously there's just one option for this place. The last letter is R, one option for this place. Now as far as the rest of the letter is concerned, apart from D and R, you are left with 7 factorial. 7 letters are there, but out of in the division you've got to write 2 factorial because of the 2 R's which are remaining. 1 R is in the corner, but out of the 3 R's, 1 R is in the corner, but these 2 R's are still left, and multiplied by 2 factorial once again because of the 2 O's. Okay, if the first digit is a D and the last digit is an O, obviously one place for this, there's just one option for this place and one option for this place. You're left with 7 factorial on the top, 7 because the rest of them are 7 letters, divided by, apart from this O, there's just one O in the middle, so you don't have to cancel the effect of that because that is not being repeated. And then there'll be 3 R's, so 3 factorial here. So when you add the 2 answers, we add because we are saying this is a possibility or this is a possibility. Okay, so this is the answer for this question. A sports team of 7 people is to be chosen from 6 attackers, 5 defenders and 4 midfielders. Okay, let me write it down. Okay, attackers, defenders and midfielders. 6 attackers, 5 defenders and 4 midfielders. The team must include at least 3 attackers, at least 2 defenders and at least 1 midfielder. Okay, so you need to have 2 attackers. Okay, I'm writing down the different conditions here. 2 attackers, it says it should have at least 3 attackers, 2 defenders and at least 1 midfielders, and you're supposed to choose 7 people, so you have to have 2 midfielders you can take. Okay, this is one condition. Or it can be you take 4 attackers, 2 defenders and 1 midfielder, or you can take 5 attackers. This is not possible. If I write it this way, this is not possible because you need to have at least 2 defenders with you, so this is not a case. Now as far as attackers were concerned, you can either take 3 or you can take 4. And let's come on to the defenders. Attackers, you have to take 3, so I'm writing 3 here. Instead of 2 defenders, if I take 3 defenders, then I have to take 1 midfielder. Okay. Okay, for this, if I take 3 defenders, 3 attackers, I'm just looking at the possibility if I can take 4 defenders. If I take 4 defenders, okay, then I will not be able to take any midfielder. The reason being, because when you add them up, you're getting 7, so you have to have 1 midfielder, so this is not a possibility. So you just have to cancel this. This is not a possibility. Okay, let's check out one more thing. If I take midfielders to be 2 and defenders to be 2 and attackers to be 3, this is the case which I've already taken, so I don't, this will be a repetition, so just let's cancel this out. Okay, let's sort it out. The final answer, 3 attackers if you have to choose, and you know that there are 6 attackers, 5 defenders and 4 midfielders. Okay, 6C3, 5C2, and there are 4 midfielders, so 4C2. This is the first possibility. Okay, 4 attackers out of 6, 2 defenders meaning 5C2, 1 midfielder meaning 4C1. Last, 3 attackers out of 6, 3 defenders out of 5, and 1 midfielder. Simply have to multiply the 3 brackets and then finally add them up to get the final answer. The team of 7 that is chosen travels to match in 2 cars. A group of 4 travel in 1 car and a group of 3 travels in the other car. In how many ways can the team of 7 be divided into a group of 4 and 3? Okay, you've got 7 people. Okay, 7C4 in the first car. Okay, and then you'll be left with 3 people in the second car. This will be the final answer for this part. Okay, Freddy has 6 toy cars and 3 toy buses, all different. He chooses 4 toy cars to be on holiday with him. In how many ways can Freddy choose the 4 cars? 4 toys. Okay, he's got 9 toys, out of which he's supposed to choose 4 toys. So this will be the answer for the first part. How many of these choices will include both his favorite car and his favorite bus? Okay, out of these 9, 7, he's already chosen his favorite car and his favorite bus. That means out of the 7 toys which are left, he's supposed to choose 2 only, because overall 4 toys he can take. So the favorite bus and the favorite car plus 2 more toys. Okay, next part, Freddy arranges these 9 toys in a line. Find the number of possible arrangements if the buses are all next to each other. Okay, so I'm going to put 9 dashes here because of the 9 toys. Okay, there are how many buses? The 3 buses, and you want the buses to be together. Okay, let's do it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 factorial multiplied by 3 factorial, because they are all different. They are not identical. So within this group, the buses can be arranged in 3 factorial ways. There are 3 buses, so 3 possibilities for the first place, 2 possibilities for the, once you put 1 bus here, then you're left with 2 buses to put in this place, and then 1 bus to be put in the last place. So 7 factorial into 3 factorial. This 7 factorial is because you're considering this as one whole group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and within the group they can be arranged in 3 factorial ways. The next part of this question, find the number of possible arrangements if there is a car at each end of the line and no buses are next to each other. Okay, since you know that you have 6 cars and 3 buses in all, you want the car to be at each end. So what you do is you put the 6 cars first. Okay, because you cannot put the buses together. So 6 factorial for this. Now if you notice, the car can come, okay, the first car cannot come here, So I'm going to start put the arrows where the cars can come, because in between the cars there should be buses. The cars cannot be together. So there are 5 possibilities for the first bus. There are 5 possibilities for the first bus, because the first bus can take any of these 5 arrows, these positions. Okay, so 5 possibilities for the first bus, 4 possibilities for the second bus, and 3 possibilities for the third bus. So you calculate and you get the answer for this part. Thanks a lot for watching this video.